Hello everyone, I'm Urbino and welcome back to Satisfactory. Today, I am not quite sure what we're going to be doing yet. Have a bunch of things on my list to do, and that ranges from finishing up our logistics to get everything to our main base, to expanding our power grid because I currently am not generating enough power to finish everything I want to build, and also maybe even doing an iron refinery near where I'm just leaving. Yeah, over there. So, let's go into the future a little bit and see what I'm going to be doing. Well, I spent the last few hours actually building up the exterior wall of my main base, and I think I've decided that I'm actually going to be working on the main base here for this video. What I'm actually going to be doing, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll figure that out. Well, I've decided the prudent thing to do is to actually build out all the rail infrastructure that is going to be on this pseudo subfloor. The floor above me that you can see is actually going to be the main floor of the main base, and then we'll be building up from there. I'm planning on having all the logistics to be on this lower floor area, so all the trains will be going in and out. And all of my goods that are produced on the remote bases are going to be transported here. So I'll start working on that now. See you in a bit. I realize this is going to be a lot more work than I originally bargained for. And I haven't actually ran the rail all the way to our copper area yet. I want to try to move this rail. Oh, that's just because that's the last stop. Okay. I need to create the rail line that goes all the way to the copper area. I don't want to have the far west side of the map be completely congested with trains. So I want to add like a little bit of a shortcut for the copper one to go through. It'll still have to go through the red forest, but it'll be a separate line to get to the main base versus all the other refined goods like the plastic, the rubber, the turbo fuel, and the aluminum. This is going to be a lot more belts than I thought. I was hoping to have the main floor be like the raw material processing, because I'm going to have a lot of raw materials coming in, but I might have to bump it up a floor. Maybe I'm just underestimating how much space I actually made for myself, so we'll see. I'm also going to have to figure out how I'm going to distribute all the materials. Oh god, this is gonna be non-trivial. Oh boy. And I'm having issues with my oil refinery. I think I'm just not bringing enough fuel in, but just in case there's a lot of sloshing, I'm just going to be adding a lot of valves here just to prevent it from sloshing back and forth too much. Hopefully that'll fix it. If not, then I'll look at trying to improve the efficiency later on. Alright, I'm going to bite the bullet now and start actually building that bypass route for the copper and any other materials I'll need in the future. I have a planned space for my nuclear power plant when I eventually make one. Alright, this is going to take a little while. I gotta say that this simple rail spiral is probably the best blueprint that I've downloaded. Having the rail be limited by the maximum incline that it can go up is kind of a pain, especially if you want to go up and down large distances. And this gives you a relatively small footprint and allows you to keep going up. And the best part is that you can even stack these on top of each other with a little bit of finagling. I've linked everything up, haven't made the rails yet, but as you can see, I'm going to be placing a T here because I have a plan for an area kind of to the southeast of here. I think that's where I'm going to be putting my nuclear power plant. So I just got to delete some of this stuff and make space for that three-way rail crossing. Signaling done. Railways connected. Bypass created. Next thing I need to do is start making the infrastructure for importing all the raw materials. I'm importing mostly completed goods, and I'm going to be doing a lot of imports of the raw materials. Mainly going to be coal, Caterium if I need it, raw quartz, and SAM. Part of the effort in actually getting all the raw materials to the main base is to actually extract all the raw materials. I need quartz, and I believe that this cave is going to be giving me everything I need, as well as a little... Come on. Pop, pop. and a little bit of Sam as well. Die. No. Having a once over with the cave. Yeah, this is going to give me all I need. It's going to be just over 1900 quartz and 600 Sam. So that should be good enough to for a lot of the things that I need. Okay, and hello? This broken textures? Yeah. Can I bypass this? And ooh. Oh, keep going. Oh no, the wall's there. I am almost done building all the rail tracks, or at least the platforms for the rail tracks. I'm kind of wondering where I'm going to be putting the entrance of this, because this is going to have to actually connect to that main West Side Arterial Railway, and I think I might have to put it past all of the factories so that it kind of merges onto the main arterial railway, kind of away from a lot of the extra traffic. But I haven't made that decision yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to be putting the entrance to the main arterial railway past the spiral, past the entrance to the factories, past the exits from the factories, and just a bit further down, kind of where that train is down there right now, past that signal. And this is the last rail I have to connect. And now the quartz, oh no, don't want the signal. Now the quartz Sam railway is complete. I've added an extra T near the station just in case I want to wrap around the north. Not sure if I'll ever want to, but I mean, it never hurts to have that contingency in there, right? Okay, well, it is getting dangerously close to the holidays, so I need to actually finish this quickly because I'll be gone for a week visiting my parents. So I'm going to write down exactly what I need and then kind of build out for that. So I know exactly what I'm going to be building to, and I'm not just kind of flying by the seat of my pants kind of thing. I have looked around and I have noted down all the resources that I need to import, all the stuff I'm going to be sourcing locally, which means I'm going to be bringing them in by belt, and then exactly how many stations I need for each of the things. So Editor Me should probably have put the note that I've written down on a piece of paper on the screen for your viewing pleasure. Oh, 56 days since last incident. That's pretty cool, because I haven't died all that much. I think honestly building raw materials over long distances is a big pain in the rear, and hopefully I don't have to do this all too much. But quartz and Sam is almost complete. I'm out on the beach, and right behind me will be the actual station where I'm going to be feeding all this into. Okay, so we need to make use of both of the impure Sam nodes and the mushroom forest, I think that's what it's called, and belt that over using the far south kind of little rock walkway. And that'll reduce our load a little bit that we have to transport in. I mean, it's still going to be a lot of Sam that I have to transport in. I think I calculated it to be like 4,900 Sam per minute. So that's still a lot of Sam that I have to transport in. It's about 4 stations worth. So any little bit helps in reducing the amount of logistics that I have to actually get ready. All right, so the plan is going to be, I'm going to be building 2 stations in a rail network out to the waterfalls between, I believe it is the Titan Forest and the swamp. There's that large waterfall area there. And then I'll be collecting all the coal and Sam from the surrounding biomes, so Titan Forest, Maze Canyon, Desert Canyons, Dune Desert, Abyss Cliffs, and Eastern Dune Forest, to kind of all centralize it in one place and then just transport it back to the main base. Unfortunately, I think this is going to take a while. With this, the stations have been completed. Now, all I'm going to have to do is start collecting all the resources from around the area. So that's 4 4 terminals for the SAM and 5 for the coal. Okay, let's do this. I have just put down miners on the 4 coal nodes. It is 3 pure and 1 normal. So that is 780 times 3 plus 600. That is a number. I cannot do that in my head. I also need to get the 2 impure SAM nodes around this area. And then I'll put those all into like a little belt system and transport it back to the stations. I'm transporting it back now, and this is a big pain in the butt, but the nudge feature is amazing. For the stackable conveyor poles, as long as I get it kind of close, like that, boom, nudge, 2 taps over to the right, and I get it over the next actual belt. So that is a nice little tip. If you're doing something like this and already have the lower belts made, and you can't really get the conveyor poles to the right area, get in the right spot, nudge, 2 over, bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to be bringing everything down, and I'm going to be putting it into a load balancer. I'm going to be splitting off the SAM from the rest of it, but all the coal is going to be going into a load balancer. I believe it's up to 16 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is up to 12 in, not 16. And I'm going to be just equally distributing it to every single station. I'm going to be slightly under full capacity for the stations, which is honestly ideal. I'm also going to be having a buffer on the outside of the, the receive side of the station. So then even when the station goes inoperable due to, importing more of the goods, that whole animation that it has, we'll have a little bit of a buffer there, so we don't have to worry about not having perfect throughput. Now, starting on the next area, it's going to be the southeast side, and oh no. Okay, well, and I was using turbo fuel. I usually use liquid biofuel. Great, and I don't have anything stored here. Oh god. Okay, well, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Turns out having the 2 cannons is amazing. So let's continue and make it. Okay, I am okay. Low health, using turbo fuel. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, go away, please. I just want to heal my. No. Okay. Okay. We're good. Didn't panic at all. Okay, according to my calculations, we have 2 pure coal nodes, 2 normal coal nodes, and 6 impure coal nodes. That should be enough to give us the amount of coal that we need to do all of our manufacturing on the main base. So I don't have to go to other parts of the map to get it. Then for SAM, we have 1 regular SAM, 2 impure SAM, and 1 pure SAM. I believe that should give us close or just under the amount that we need to do all of our manufacturing. I was looking around the map, there's nothing really close. I might actually have to go further away. Yeah, might have to go far to like the Spire Coast or far north of the Dune Desert. I have the map on my second monitor right now. I really did not like the amount of spaghetti that I was making, so I've started just placing foundations at distances so I can put I can actually snap like conveyor poles and stuff like that to a grid of some sort. Makes everything look a lot cleaner, and I like it more than the spaghetti that I was making further back. And no, I am not going to be going back to fix that, because that would be a lot of work. I am now close to my input rail. You can see the stations in the distance. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to bring everything towards kind of the midpoint between the two. And there I'm going to be splitting up the coal and the SAM to their respective sides. I thought it would be a lot easier than having stuff kind of towards the, one side or the other, like I did with the other direction for materials. I think one of the things I'm most annoyed by is that I do not have Alclad sheets automated yet. So I kind of just have to hand feed the materials in, and we're low there. Okay, there we go. And I'll make it there, and that goes into the dimensional depot. I haven't had a reason to automate it yet, but this is the third time that I've had to go back and start, refill stuff. And I regret my decision to not automate the production of this stuff, but I will be automating that production on the main base and probably slooping it and then putting half of that stuff in the dimensional depot, and then the other half goes for the rest of the production that I need it for. I do not like belting. This is such a pain in the butt. I've been doing this for hours and hours and hours, and I'm starting to go crazy. Alright, let's check to see how well we're doing on our SAM production. We need 5233.33. We have 2 normal SAM nodes operating at max efficiency. Then let's take a look at what we have coming from other places. Okay, we have 1 normal SAM node. Let's place that in 1 times 600. And then we also have 4... We have 4 impure SAM nodes operating at 300 per minute. That means that we are currently short 2,233.33 per minute. Okay, that is a bit more than I thought that I would need to continue to extract. That seems a bit low. I'm wondering if I'm missing something. Let me look. Yeah, I forgot the pure node. Okay, so 1453.33. That sounds actually a lot better. I just need to find the source of all the other stuff now. So, no big deal. We're getting close. I'm just double checking my math on how much I need. So I have a regular SAM node, 2 impure, and a pure nearby my main base. So that's 3253.33. Looking at the map, I could probably add that 1 normal node. That's 2653.33. Okay, that means I've over extracted the amount of SAM from this remote area. Okay, let's see, given our 2653.33 that I need to extract, if I put the numbers in, okay, the only amount that I need, that normal node, is 73.33 that I am short. That is not a big deal. I can just sloop one of the machines that is using the SAM ore and effectively reduce what I need. Okay, I think I have enough. Unfortunately, that also means I overbuilt my freaking stations. Oh god. Well, nothing I can do now. I'll just make do with what I have. Let me make a note of that on my sheet of paper. Belts done, goods flowing. You can tell that I definitely overbuilt my number of stations just due to the huge amount of gaps that we have in our output belts on the right side compared to our input belts on the left side. Well, that's life. More belting, more belting. I love belting. All this coal. I'm gonna have 10 belts. I'm gonna want to go from this 2 wide by 5 tall to 5 wide by 2 tall eventually. So let's see how that ends up going out. I still haven't figured out exactly what I want to do in regards to the like buffering and all that stuff, because I cannot do it on this lower floor. It's too cramped. I might be able to do it, like reserve a section of the main floor for the buffers and distribution of goods, but I still haven't really thought about how I'm going to do that yet. All right, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have each station has their own industrial storage. And then what I'm going to be doing is while having both belts go into it, I'm going to have both belts come out and fan them out kind of like this. And then use the wall that'll end up being behind me. There's no wall there right now. As the way I'm going to be getting materials to go up and down inside of this main base. As you can see, I have the aluminum going right now, and that is flowing in quite nicely. I don't believe I'm using the full throughput for the aluminum. If I am, then that is very short-sighted of me. I'll have to look at that later. But I'll be doing that for all the other ones, and then kind of in between, because the stations have a certain size, and they don't go all the way up to the ceiling, I'm going to be taking, this is where I'm going to be putting all of my coal. So I'll have 5 of these boxes here with feeding 10 lines of coal, and then I'll fan it out again. The way to keep track of that is I'm thinking of doing these signs. We'll see how that looks. But if that doesn't work out, then I'll just use probably paint or something like that. This is starting to look out really good. I really like the way that this looks. And I don't believe I have any items flowing through here yet. But as you can see, looking down there, that looks really good. Looks clean, and it'll be something that I can make use of later. So I am liking the choice that I made the first time. Normally I have to go through multiple choices before I find one that I like, but this one, first idea, looks pretty good. Okay. It is starting to get late. I think I'm going on hour 11 for today. Last thing I need to do before I call it good is to set up this train. I'm going to be setting up 2. I have one already set down. All I need to do is set the timetable and then let her rip. Hopefully that'll be the last thing that I need to do. Alright, set the timetable, turn on self-driving. I'll be setting up another train while this one goes down. And once it reaches the other station, that's when I'll send this train. Okay. The train hasn't left the port yet. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out what is going wrong here. Oh god. Everything looks good so far. Haven't found any brakes. Okay, that looks a little funny over there. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Okay. Seriously? How did I do that? Oh god. Okay, well, the fact that this took me time to figure out, well, I guess found it now, which is good. And that should be the end of it. Hopefully, I'll turn it on and see. Are we good to go? And we're off on self-driving. Oh, thank goodness that was the last one. Okay, now all I gotta do is wait for that train to make it to the end, and then set this one on self-driving. I believe that is all the logistics that I need to do now. At least most of the major ones. I've got to move nitrogen to the main base, but I'll do that later. And I'm out of alkaline again, so going to fix that now. But I think that's where I'm gonna have to be calling it. I don't really have all that much time as I leave on a flight tomorrow, so I need to edit this really quick. And I hope you all have a wonderful, if you're American, a wonderful Thanksgiving. Those that are not American, well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and maybe next couple of weeks. I will try to stick to my every other week release for Satisfactory videos, and then any other kind of miscellaneous videos as well that I come up with, like the Final Fantasy 14 stuff and all that kind of things. So I hope you had an enjoyable time watching me struggle to do math and run belts, as well as kind of following my thought process on what I want to do as I'm building stuff. Hey, look, there's the quartz string. Well, anyways, I hope you have a wonderful evening, holiday season, and I'll see you next time.